Three, two, one. Ready. Good morning to my name is Miller, and today on Talk and Talk, we're gonna talk about communication and our self-perception about it. Okay. Study based based on a lot of different content about communication. So we're gonna summarize here with very interesting people that I have here. So Bruna, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have two sons. I work in the public service. I love to speak in Portuguese in special. In English, I love, but sometimes it's difficult to express my opinion and think in English. So, you said about the course and Conquer. I love to do many courses in Conquer. It's a competent school and they have a lot of great course. I recommend it too. And nowadays it's open free.
Yeah, it's open and free.
That's right. Great. So that's it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks a lot. And I totally agree with you. About the schools that I've seen, and I think the quality is very high.
Yeah.
The quality of this course, the concourse course. Yanni, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I am Yanni. Today I am 25. I am engineer. I use the TALKNTALK and have the 1 month. I stopped the studies because I changed the city novamente. And
Okay.
I have the difficult communication in English because I don't know the words, but I use the gestos, and sometimes I change the phrase, and I try.
Yeah, this is important.
Yes.
And about the vocabulary, it's kind of practice. You need to practice. We need to practice more to understand the vocabulary to get more. But be welcome, okay? And feel free to share your opinion the way you want. In Portuguese, in English, say both, the same things. Nayara, how about you? Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Nayara. I am 30 years old. I was born in Santos, São Paulo, but I live in Joinville, Santa Catarina, and I'm here since I was 3 years. I am employed, but I am a financial analyst, and I'm not working since January because at the moment I'm just studying English. And I am married. I have 2 dogs. I don't have children, but my dogs are my children. And I don't know, I think it's something about me. It's that I love to sing and dance. I love to cook. I make chocolate cake every day because I really like. And I think is that.
Okay, thanks a lot. And Monica?
Hello, I live in São Paulo. I am married. I have a son. I have 2 dogs. My dogs are my children's too, because I love them. And in my free time, I like to walk with my dogs. I like to go out with my family, with my friends. And I like to watch series and the movies in English, in Spanish.
Okay, nice. Thanks a lot. Ricardo, how about you?
Well, my name is Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, south coast from São Paulo. Among the city is among Guarujá, Praia Grande, Santos. Well, I'm married. I have a daughter. I have 2 cats, my friends Quindim and Pudim. And well, I love dancing, watching videos, watching movies, hang out with my friends and family. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot again. So guys, as I mentioned before, we're going to talk about the self-perception in communication. So it's not, oh, my camera. So it's not about the judgment or something like that. It's more our perception about ourselves, okay? Like in the communication, for example, I know that I talk a lot. I know that this because, you know, when I start to say and I feel that I talk a lot, but it's my way. Well, I have a lot of friends or people that I know that, you know, don't like to talk too much. They like to be more concise, more straight to the point. I like to use example, for example. You know, I like to wonder about the thoughts, the ideas, and I know some people that's more, you know, rational in terms of go to straight to the point and more. Okay, so let's see. We can start from the first question, and then we can, based on your answer, you can create more questions. You know, sometimes different of this question that I created here. So let's start from the question number 2, actually. In terms of communication, what you have done that can be improved? Bruna, you can start.
Well, in the past, I did the course in the Conquer, in the same course that you said. I love this, and I think it's necessary for me. I need to improve more articulação, because sometimes I speak very fast, and the person sometimes don't understand. I don't know if because I watched the video in YouTube 2 times, so I don't know what happened, and I speak very fast, and sometimes, oh my gosh, I needed to slow because the person needed to understand more, and the diction improve more. I don't know how to say this. I think
I think it's diction. No,
diction.
I think it's diction, but I'm not sure. Yeah, very interesting. I feel the same. You know, sometimes when I nowadays I'm a teacher, a professor at the university. So sometimes, you know, before the classes, I've done the same practice that they teach. They taught in the Conquer, like, you know, to work on my articulation and all the practices and exercises. It's very nice, very good.
Yeah, the movement in the sound. This your practice
to sound more open. Yeah,
that's right.
Awesome. Right, thanks a lot. Monica, how about you?
For me, I have to practice in talking because I am a shy when I need to speak in English, mainly. For me, it's very complicated, but TALK is a good tools for this. And I like to study more about finance, about languages, because I think it's very important to have knowledge about a lot of subjects, because in my professional, it's very important to know, to speak about a lot of subjects.
Okay, nice, very nice. Yeah, this is really interesting because I do the same, because I am a man that I start to talk, and you know, I linked all the things like art and music and politic and communication and language and oh my God.
Yes, nowadays it's very complicated.
Behavior is science.
Because if you have skills about I don't know, in or for example, Office. Okay, do you know Excel? Now you need to learn Power BI, and every day it's necessary to learn new things.
Yeah, you're totally right. I totally agree. Let's hear from Yanni. How about you?
So I studied English in the school very years ago, and I studied one year the basic. So after I stopped this study, and I returned in the college, university. I studied the não sei falar intermediário, and the Finnish, but I don't like the school because I don't practice the conversation, and I don't have the friends for the talk. And my friends, Brenda Macedo, I don't know that you know her, and indicates the TALK for me, and I started the study, the conversation, and in the past and today eu sempre uso the Duolingo, the app.
Perfect.
And na verdade, I started the English because I want the sing. And I love music Americana.
Okay, it's a very good way to learn.
Eu tive motivação, né? Today I need the practice, very practice.
Okay.
So that is.
Yeah, I need to say something about you said something like eu não sei pronunciar essa palavra. But you know, I think you need to pronounce the word, because for example, you don't know in terms of what. For example, you don't know to pronounce in terms of American English, Indian English, Chinese English, Norway English, Canadian English. Okay, for example, you could pronounce like an Indian, like 40 or doing something, you know, strong your R. So we need to improve our Brazilian English, right? So yeah, our Brazilian English, so we can, you know, practice Brazilian English, you know, feel free to say the words we gonna understand. That's the point.
Okay.
But it's more to practice, okay?
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Yanni. So Ricardo, how about you?
Well, I understood the topic about the communication in general, not specifically about my English level. So In this case, I believe that a lot of people tell about empathy, but not specific about communication, about another things. Oh, you needed to pay attention in another person if you need help or something like that. But I believe that the empathy is most important, or so important, about the communication too. If you are a professor or a teacher, or just you wanted to send a message for another people, it's necessary to keep in mind the perspective from another person. Sometimes you tell about a specific topic, and it doesn't matter about the other side. So communication is both sides. It's necessary you send a message and try to guarantee, or is good if you try to receive a feedback or something that is possible to. Sometimes it's necessary to found a new perspective, because the other person a lot of times doesn't understand your message, particular teachers and professors. When I finished my graduation, and the guy made a speech, he told about this situation. It's a little word on that time, because is a, how do you say, a cutucada, né, in some teachers, because he told there is some teachers increase a lot in my life. I receive a lot of knowledge, but another teachers, I don't know, I don't remember. He told, and but about my English, I don't know. I have studied English since a long time ago. I studied at FISC, at WhatsApp, at private teachers, and neighbor schools, schools of my place here, my city. I don't know. Maybe possibly I have some problem, a big difficult to understand. Well, I believe that nowadays I notice that I improve a little when I need to talk, but when I have to understand other people, I face a lot of difficulties, particularly in my job, because Endo was telling about the foreigners, particular Indians. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It's so hard to me understand. A long time ago, I prefer talk to the not native speakers. I don't know, French or another guys, because it's more easy for me, because the guys speak more slow or something. But nowadays I prefer talk to native speakers like Americans, for example, because I may request help a guy, please could you tell one more time slowly. It's easier. But about Indians, doesn't matter if you talk fast or slow, I can't understand. My a workmate is, I could tell that's my workmate is fluent in English, and he used to tell me the guy used to talk 1 kilo, and I understood just 100 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, this is interesting. One information that we need to consider about the perspective of the language, especially English, that is will be hard nowadays. Will be hard to get in contact with a native, because the most part of the core of the big companies, actually, and nowadays are made by Indians and Chinese and people from other country, and including, for example, professor of big universities like Stanford, like Yale, like Harvard. For example, I've seen a lot of video that especially is professor from this university, and actually they are from India, because this is pretty much the way that Europe and United States to maintain maintain the power, intellectual power of the country.
Exactly.
Like they have money, so they can buy the good professional from all the countries, including
Exactly.
Brazil. So if they see an Indian very smart and with a lot of knowledge, the university can you come to here? Just to teach here from us. I can, I can give you money, what you want, labs and so on.
Yeah.
So we need to consider that.
Yeah.
Will be more.
I use it to note the progress from guys that I used to talk. For example, Charles and Bruna is really perceptible. The progress, for example, from Bruna, I started to have classes with Bruna. I don't know. I remember maybe 4-5 months ago, and is clearly the progress is from Bruna is clear, but about myself, I can't note. So I don't know, but it happen because sometimes I talk with. I'm sorry, I talk a lot. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But just to add that point here, the comparison is sometimes not a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
In that time, for example,
I agree.
I like to talk my way, but when I see Bruna, and Sarah talking, oh my God, they are using a very interesting expression. Would like to use the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But I need to join her meetings, and that's it. But I think this thing is good. The comparison in terms of I will copy that person. I will use that thing, that level, because if you do not do that, you're gonna stay stuck. Like I feel that I'm doing. I am right now.
Okay.
But we need to hear from Nayara. We talked too much, and I'm sorry, Nayara.
I'm sorry, Nayara, too.
No problem. First, I would like to say that I don't like it when people put rules on the best way to communicate, especially when we are still learning a new language. And I'm not talking about grammar, but I'm just talking about to speak with different people. And for example, I know how to speak Portuguese very well, so I can improve the way that I will present myself to another people, because I feel confident to speak in Portuguese. But I still don't feel confident to speak in English. So the way I think I just have to say the way I feel more confident to say. I don't need to start to think how is the best way that I need to say this word. Just say I don't know, because I believe that at the moment I just have to speak, and without be afraid of making mistakes, because I was very afraid to speak. And now with Talk and Talk, I'm learned that even people with a lot of vocabulary in English have difficult. So I feel so much better now to talk to different people, because I am a shy person, and I don't talk in Portuguese like I'm talking English. I feel just now because I don't know, maybe in January I start to learn English, so I don't talk like I'm talking today, and and I feel I just want to say that we don't have to compare to anyone, because this I don't know if I can say comparison, but this comparison makes me feel sad, and I know that this feeling happy with another people. And did you see this person learn English in 2 months, or that person learn English in 4,
1 week.
and which person is different, and I will learn in 1 year, and maybe you will learn in 2, but it's not that make you better than another people, it just maybe you'll work a lot, or you have to do different things in your day, and I think this communication is something like know that we are different, and we have to respect each other, and I think that is the key for everything.
Yeah, I have a perspective, consideration about the comparison. That is, actually, I have a lot of difficulty in a lot of things. And I think the comparison interesting because, I think it's interesting when you can improve your self-knowledge, your self-knowledge. And I will explain in details. For example, I have problem to do a lot of things in English, sometimes. But what's the difference? I know that I have a problem. So I worked a lot to overcome this problem. And I know that, there are people better. They improve more fast. They,
Yeah.
you will have the possibility to improve more fast. And okay, it's based on the background of each person. And my background is not good to do this thing, specifically this thing. So what I can do, learn more and, try to study more. If you have some, if you have some problem, you need to work more on that specific skills.
Yeah.
Because, the most part of the comparison, the people trying to be equal in terms of all, if they do, I can do, and so on. But, it's very different, actually, the level and even the way that the people learn. Like for me, for example, I have some facility to do something in English, and for other things in English, but for me, it's hard. But, when it's hard, I need to work a lot and not do it. I work a lot on the things. But when I listen, and the people, oh my God, you are so smart. Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy for you. And yeah, you are seeing right now, but you aren't with me, close to me to see when I'm studying, when I'm writing, when I'm watching videos, when I'm listening songs. So you understand, like, it's about that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we need to have this kind of perception, like, okay, I know that this is not my best skill, and so I need to learn more. I need to study more. I need to practice more. And okay, we are here to try again, and you will commit mistakes. Try again. Commit mistakes. Try again. Commit mistakes. Try again. Okay, that's the key. Let's talk about the uncomfortable situations. That will be the question number 4. In what kind of situation do you avoid communicating? And you can start, Nayara. A situation that you feel, oh, I'm not comfortable here. Could be in English, could be in Portuguese. You choose.
Okay. Let me think. What kind of situation? I think when we have to talk about business, because I don't have vocabulary to talk about business, so I don't feel comfortable with this conversation. And for that, I am doing immersion in English immersions about I don't know, about myself and about family and time and these things, that it's better to improve my English. So, but in my routine days, I don't know, in my routine, that there is a situation that make me feel like anxious and maybe angry with this situation. That is when I'm in the mall and I am not, I don't know how I can say this. I don't have a good attendant. I don't know. I think oh my God, I'm trying to say this situation, but it's difficult. I want to say that when I go to a store, not store, when I go to a store and I need to buy something, for example, and the attendant don't 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 attend me with the, I don't know. Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult. I don't know, talk about this situation, but I like to be respect. I think it's that I want to say. When someone will come talk to me and don't respect me, like start to make a jokes or start to louding of my face, I don't like the situations, because I don't feel I make maybe anxious about this thing, because when I was younger, I suffered a lot of bullying because of my body and my hair and my color, and I think it's for that I don't feel good with someone that don't know me. They don't know me and they judge me, maybe for my, I don't know, uh for my color or for my face. I don't know. It's that kind of situation that make me sad.
Yeah, this is really, really sad and problematic. I yeah, I think I feel the same. Nowadays it's better, but I think I feel the same. When I always say the same. When I was very young, teenager, I used to be a very shy person, a very shy teenager and rebel as well. And I consider that I'm still rebel, okay? Just not seem not seems that I'm rebel, but I'm rebel, and I like to provoke people, but not provoke, provoke in terms of, instigate the thoughts, different thoughts, based on the things that I lived in my life. But thanks for sharing, Nayara. Thanks for sharing. Let's hear from Yanni. How about you, Yanni? In what situation you avoid to communicate?
So when the people say for me, oh, you know English, or you study English, talk to me, and I freeze. Because I don't use the English in my day, so I am afraid.
Yes.
It's the unique situation.
Okay. Yeah, the situation. So yeah, it's very common. Sometimes the people are learning a lot, and when they face some people like, okay, do you study? Okay, let's try a little bit. Let's see, having a conversation with the people. Oh my God.
I know,
Oh.
I don't study English.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This
Monica,
funny
how about
because
you?
I respondo, né? In English,
Yeah,
the
US.
people. I don't say
No,
English.
I don't know. I don't know how to speak
No,
English. Please.
sorry. Bye.
Bye. Monica, how about you?
For me, it's very complicated because I love to speak a lot. Oh my gosh, it's a problem. But I avoid it. No, I think in the past is I avoid to speak in English. But nowadays I try.
Okay.
I try to speak in English. But unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable. But I try to speak in English. I try to speak in Spanish.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's natural, you know, at first, you know, the first moment you feel,
Oh
God.
my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, you need to, okay.
Maybe
Calm.
during the job interview. Oh my gosh. The interview is starting Portuguese and
Yeah.
after, okay, this moment you change for English, like to English. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let me ask you something. Have you attended a lot of meetings in interviews in English or not?
Yes, during the last year, yes.
Wow.
I did some
Nice.
interviews, but nowadays I start to work in a new company, in a big company, multinational, but I don't speak in English, I don't speak in Spanish.
Okay. Oh, nice. Thanks a lot. Bruna, how about you?
Well, I avoid to communication when the other person is out of control or crazy. I avoid this, or I am angry because sometimes I speak a lot and I'm busy here in this moment. I think it's not so good. And let me see. If it is subject, I don't know. For example, I love to participate in the immersion 6 a.m. But in this weekend, it's hard subject about the philosophy. So it's difficult. I prefer to only listen. The other, I love to listen because it's the moment that I learning a lot. But I don't want to express my opinion because I don't have opinion. I don't have the knowledge enough to, because the communication is it, you put your opinion and receive the other, and it's the change, you exchange. I think that's it.
Yeah, it's more about point of view. Actually, you are building your point of view about some subjects, right?
Yeah.
For example, I've been attending a lot of meetings that actually I don't know about the subject, but you know, after listening to people and maybe I think could be like this or could be like that. Okay, very nice. Yeah, it's very good to listen. Yeah, I think it's sometimes the people here, I would say about my experience, sometimes people here think, you know, that they will learn talking too much. Oh, I need to talk because I need to practice and I want to talk. But in my point of view, of course, it's my point of view, you know, very personal. I think listening is better. For example, when I attend a meeting, for example, Bruna's meeting or Sarah's meeting, I feel awesome because I would like to stay in the room just because I want to say, you know, the way they pronounce the things, they pronounce the vocabulary, the construction of the things, and so on. So the people, you know, when they are attending the talk and they think, oh, I need to talk, but they do not pay attention on the other people. You know, they put like, oh, I need to, and sometimes they talk, and when other people are saying something, they do not listen. So they do not learn, okay? Because the construction, the building, the sentence, the way, the vocabulary, the approach of the thing.
Yes, like Ricardo said in the other questions, the communication is you need to speak and listen too, because you not only
Perfect.
speak. That's your said.
Yeah, perfect. Ricardo, it's your turn. Situation that you avoid to communicate.
I don't know what happened, but I have a kind of a problem, and my problem is I believe that's not stop talking, not start talking, because I talk a lot. I believe that some situations I should keep shut up. I don't know, but when do you tell about communication? I observe, I notice a lot of people, and they just wanted to have a kind of combat. Sometimes is a little boring. I feel tired because there are a lot of people, and they don't want to solve a problem or a situation. They just want to argue. They need a kind of conflict. I don't know. So in this case, I'm have, for example, a couple of minutes ago, when I receive a email, and I is a situation like that. You know? I sent for a guy instructions to open cases in my company, and the guy just sent not relevant information, and the request they don't send relative informations, and they request me some news. Yeah, hey man, what about the answer? Okay, buddy, they needed to send these informations to scroll this, understand the problem and solve. And I don't know what happened, and these guys don't send me, but they complain a lot about a lot of different situations. So, and I send the instructions a lot of times. So it's not about the comprehension, it's not about the understanding, it's about I believe that the guy is on depression, certainly on your job, because they work in an operator, a telecommunication operator. So there are a lot of work, and sometimes I have to understand. It's difficult, but I have to understand the situation, and don't put much focus in this thing, and try to improve, try to let your job, your work better, and it doesn't matter about it. So okay, if possible to think about a specific situation, and try to let your job better, so that's okay. If you want, if you don't, it's not possible, go ahead and keep try focus in the things that you possible to do. That's it.
Yeah, you brought interesting point that the most part of people, they only want to fight, like, it's a battle, ego's battle. Like you want to win, you don't want to be reasonable, like, to build a good conception and to get a good result, but, to win, to fight to the people and so on. So this is bad. And yeah, sometimes I think you have done like a professor, like, they do not provide the answer, but the way to build your the answer, the way to operate the things. I've seen it a lot, teaching the students, because sometimes when I explain something, and I see their face and oh my God, they didn't say anything. And I'm saying, okay, and I need to think another approach, another way to tell them how to do the things, how to learn the things. Guys, I would like, we are running out of time, but before I finish the conversation, I would like to, I was trying to help a friend of mine about English. She has a lot of problem to learn English and so on. And I told her that I will, help. And when I was, elaborated some sentences, some ways, some approach, I was laughing at me because, see, I established 5 rules about the English, the approach. Like, learning English is like playing a game. The more you are open to playing, the more you learn. Okay? It's not like, oh, I will commit mistakes. Face it like playing a game. It's having fun. The way you are doing right now. Just having fun. I will commit mistakes and I will correct, and to be happy with the process. Everybody can play every day and every time. So there is no that such kind of thing. Oh, the moment of the immersion. No, you can say little sentences in English in your home, or try to talk to a friend, and try to play with for example, if your son, okay, or a family, part of family that they want to know, and you can say in English, try to play with the language. English is one of the easiest language in the world. When you start to study, oh my God, I saw it again. I've seen it again. And when you start to study, the more you study, you say, oh my God, it's so short the way. They repeat the same sentence all the time. Different of the Portuguese. Portuguese, we have a lot of vocabulary. Oh my God, you like to describe the things and so on. And in English, they are more strict to the point. So it's more easy in that term. Like, you will need. I wrote this role because I consider that this is important to unblock the emotional things, the pre-judgment, the preconcepts about the learning. Before it's prohibited to say sorry. Why someone would say sorry if they are trying to learn, improve themselves? You are trying to learn and say sorry for what? For what? Sorry. I don't understand. I said a word, the wrong way. Sorry. Why? Do not make sense, actually. And like listening a crazy song, because we need to consider also that language is all the things. It's the communication. English is a language, but music is a language as well. Movie is a language as well. The painting is a language as well. Okay? When you are listening a crazy song, you don't think, oh my God, I cannot understand this song because it's so crazy. The instruments, oh my God, so crazy. No, you just listen, oh my God. It's interesting. And then you can, you start to like the song or not. But it's more about, you don't see a picture like, oh my God, this picture is so hard to understand, to comprehend. No, you see the picture and okay, I didn't understand anything. And if I say, if I provide you information, oh my God, yes, I understand right now that color, that position, that thing. English is the same, okay? It's not like, oh my God, so hard, English so hard, oh my God, so struggling yourself, but more, oh, I do not comprehend right now, but I will do it again and I will comprehend. And your brain, will automatically, you will start to make sense, okay? Oh my God, now I understand that sentence, now I understand that situation. How can I use this? How can I use that? Vocabulary. So I know I was writing this and laughing because it's so funny. I wrote, but I consider that is important because you know, the more we overcome this preconcepts about the language, more we learn. Like, you know, just for fun. We will learn, you know, for fun, not because obligation. Oh my God, to learn the right and wrong, but for fun. For you will be more soft. For me, was more soft like this. Okay. So that's the conversation today. Okay. Thanks a lot for joining this conversation. It was awesome. And I hope to see you in the next week. Okay.
Okay.
Bye
Thanks
bye.
for the tips. Bye. See you soon.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoy the rest
Bye-bye.
of your day.